unmute myself. I was muted. Huh. How does it get any better than that? Now unmuted and live. That's so funny. And that actually fits exactly right into our topic today. You're here because you love the tools of being you. This Facebook group is called The Gift of Being You. And the invitation is to truly embrace what is this exploration, what is this adventure of being you, and actually getting to enjoy and to explore and play with everything that experience is and brings, and yeah, it's just amazing. So thank you for being the gift that you be, and thank you for being here in the Gift of Being You group. And there was a phenomenal invitation by the gaggle of Being You to invite all of the Being You certified facilitators to hop on and to share a little something that delights them, that inspires them, something that they love that's contributed to their lives, and maybe it would contribute to your life as well. As you know, that interesting thing is not about being Dr. Dane and changing the world, or being member 1 or member 2 or member 3 of the magical gaggle, being them and changing the world. It's being the gift that we be, the uniqueness that we be, that amazingness that we be is what changes the world. And when we begin to embrace the space that the tools point to, is the tools are phenomenal and they bring us to a phenomenal space and an invitation to be more of us in the world, and to being what I'm inviting you to be today, which is relaxing into being you. And that allows your unique flavor, your unique difference, your unique special way of looking at the world, of being in the world, of playing in the world, to come alive and then inspire other people as well. And everybody's different, so everybody does things. Everybody bees in their own way. We live in a very, very interesting reality, you could say. It's not really a reality, it's so subjective. My reality is coming out of my points of view, my way of looking at things. So the more I let go of trying to get anything right, trying to figure out how to be or how to do, or try to be like everyone else, actually allowed myself to relax, I realized that sometimes I'll leave the mute button on when I begin, or sometimes the helicopters pass by, or the dog starts to bark, or something else goes on, and yeah, I could freak out and say, oh my God, it's not happening the way I'd like things to be. Or I could relax and have ease with whatever shows up, with however I show up, with whatever surprises me. That one of the funny things ever since really choosing to step more into being me, into allowing myself to be me rather than a different version of somebody else who's possibly not even being themselves either, but it seemed like the right way to be for me for so long that I would contort and, twist and origami myself into trying to be like anybody else. So when I started letting that stuff go and allowed myself to laugh as loudly as I like, to fuck up whenever it so happens, and recognize that I'm not fucked up, it's just whatever that was. My greatest choice. If I could get up and start over, and I could do something else, and I could play with something else, and I could just allow myself the space and the ease and the beauty that's available when we're willing to relax. We just had a bars exchange here on the balcony. Everybody's gone, but we were out here on the balcony having our bars run, and I fell asleep. I snored too. I was just so relaxed and so happy and so filled with the wonder and the awe of everything and everyone that was there contributing, that I really, really got what Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, is constantly saying to us. If we're just willing to relax, if we're willing to let go of the control that we incessantly so often try to impose on our life, we have a space of recognizing, of knowing, of innately being this wealth of knowing exactly what the next whisper is, what the next choice brings. What is light for us? And what brings lightness to us? Having my bars run for the last couple of hours here almost certainly relaxed me. And I remember a quote, because I spent the last month at my daughter's high school in San Diego running bars for different teachers, for different kids, for the school administrators, and some were so willing, and some maybe not quite as willing, and some were using the excuse of, no, I don't have time. No, I have too much to do. But that's where we get confused between the doing and the being. And one of the quotes that, of course, I'm going to massacre because I don't remember a direct quote directly, but something that Mahatma Gandhi said was, on the days that he had more to do, he would meditate for 2 hours rather than 1. On the days that he had the most things going on, the most stress, the most whatever, rather than running headlong into aligning and agreeing with whatever that stress was, he just relaxed. He meditated. I had my bars run. What is it that would relax you? What's joyful and relaxing from you? And hi to Cozumel and to Denmark. I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm glad that you're willing to see, you're willing to embrace, you're willing to notice, you're willing to be curious and to play with what's relaxing for you. The more relaxed you allow yourself to be, the more relaxation you invite into your daily life, the more only what's important for you is going to show up, because you'll just do it with no stress about it either. And when we live in our heads from stress, when we're efforting so much, when we're trying to micromanage the universe and control it so well and tell it what it is that must be done, and it must be done our way, and it must be done this way, not actually trusting ourselves to know that we know. We're not trusting the universe to have our back. But when we instill a little bit of relaxation, when we have our bars run, or when we're just willing to say, hey, what would adding relaxation today be like for me? What would relax me more today? I began drawing. I got a sketchbook and I'm calling it my Being Me, my Being Me sketchbook. And some of it is, I've got my Crayola box of like 96 colors. And I just started drawing the words be me. I actually have this on my hand as a regular thing. It's not a tattoo. I actually take a marker and I draw it, or an eyeliner, and I draw it on my hand every morning to remember to be. And not only to be, but to be EJG, ease, joy, and glory, which is the mantra of Access Consciousness. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. That mantra directs you to your knowing, to your being everything, to being an infinite being who doesn't doubt themselves. When you don't doubt, you have the space of relaxation, because you know You can handle anything that life throws in your direction. And that doesn't mean that you've got to have obstacles. You can have ease with anything. Things may not be easy sometimes, but if you're willing to be that space of relaxation and trust and of joy and of wonder and of curiosity, in other words, when you're willing to be you and not what you think you must do, you confuse the thinking with who you truly be. The space that you be is miraculous, magical, and anything and everything is available to you when you allow yourself to be that space. And to me, it's one of the greatest gifts, because we live in an energetic universe. Yeah, we could try to force things to be in any particular way, or we could just relax. We could receive. We could allow. We could ask. We could play. We could flow. And what a difference. What a difference when we are willing to be that energy of change. You'll notice when you're relaxing into being you, other people begin to relax into being them. I noticed in that month, basically 3.5 weeks of being at the school, the less I was trying to get anything right, the less I was trying to be a perfect facilitator or be, presentable and official. And yeah, that lasted maybe half a day. And then I was just like that. I was just ease and peace and giggles and relaxation and totally willing to be present with whatever showed up and totally willing to contribute with whatever showed up. And that space allowed other energies around me to relax, allowed tensions to dissipate, allowed people to see that something else was available beyond the limitation of what they thought had to be. When you relax, oh, that is so cool, Tatiana. I have to tell you something, but hang on a second. When you relax, the rest of the world relaxes with you. And when you don't have to do things with stress and with tension, there is far more willingness to explore, to experiment, to receive, and to choose something different than the status quo. And there's this song, Tatiana, that I've been singing the last, since I got to Guatemala, since I got home for spring break. It's from, my husband told me today, it's from a TV show from, I guess, the 80s or something, called Greatest American Hero or something. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. It's funny. But when we're willing to be that magic, we're free. We're free to not have to be right, to not have to be wrong, to not have to try to be like anybody else, to not have to keep judging ourselves for being one way or another. Yeah, that's not being us. Being us is lightness, is spaciousness, is relaxation, it's joy, it's the wonder you truly be, the curiosity you truly be. When you showed up on the planet as a wee little kiddo, you weren't trying to get anything right. You didn't have to go to therapy and complain about what everybody's done to you. You didn't have to try to fix anything. You were just here for the ride, for the enjoyment, for the experience, for, now what? Now what can I see? Now, ooh, look at those leaves shining, with the light behind them. Oh, look at this movement. Oh my goodness, I have a hand. How cool is that? What if we could begin to see everything around us with that exuberance, with that curiosity, with that wonder and that joy, and that comes from chilling, from relaxing. Now, that does not mean not doing anything, but it means being such a space of relaxation that when something pops for you to do it, to choose it, You just do with no resistance at all. And it gets done with ease. It reminds me of the, I used to watch Mary Poppins a lot with the kids when they were younger. And there's a song that what's her name? It's the Mary Poppins lady. Julie Andrews. There's the song that she would sing about cleaning up the room, because nobody wants to clean their room. There are so many things that we invest so much energy in avoiding, or in trying to, just push away, or to deal with, or we even just reject and say, oh no, I don't do that. But when we stop avoiding, when we stop telling the story of whatever it is that we've decided that we are or are not, then there's that room for a new possibility. There's room for that relaxation of being to be there, that space of being to be there, that joy of being to be there. And that comes from relaxing being you. I live pretty close to an airport, so periodically the helicopters are contributing as well, in case you're wondering what the noise is. And I used to get so frustrated when I would do classes or things on the balcony. They're always coming. There's always noise when Zoom is on. But now I'm like, bring it, baby. I don't mind. Everything can be a contribution when you're willing to be relaxed and when you're willing to know. And as Julie Andrews would sing, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, because there's no more fight. There's no more, I have to resist this. It's, what can I be to have so much relaxation with this, that everything can be shifted, can be changed, can be allowed with ease and joy and glory. And the invitation of that is that immense trust in ourselves, and in knowing that we got it, we be it. There is nothing that we cannot be and do and choose. From that space of knowing that we know, from that space of being us and being the joy that we truly be, and the space that we truly be, allowing ourselves to be that space, and allowing ourselves to be that relaxation. And from that, everything comes to us with ease and with joy and with glory. So I realize I didn't use like a whole lot of clearings. I will say you can go to accessconsciousness.com or theclearingstatement.com. If even after reading Dr. Dane's book, you don't know the clearing statement and would like an explanation of it. But look, you are space and energy and consciousness. You're not any point of view that you've ever thought about. You are not your past. You're not any story you may have ever told. You're this wonderful, fluid, flowing, amazing possibility in the world, and an invitation to magic and miracles in the world, by allowing yourself to explore what is being me, what is relaxing into being me. What could it be like? How much fun could it be? And yeah, there are days that are just like, and that's okay too, because we can get up, we can dust ourselves up, and we can go, bring it on, universe, send another helicopter. We're good. We got this. We got this, because we got us. And when we got ourselves, we got a gift that just keeps delighting ourselves and invites the rest of the world into being more of them too. So I do hope this was a contribution for you. Oh, if we want to throw in a clearing or two, with energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracle, mystery, power, potency, and possibility, can you and your body embrace and be, to allow the relaxation, the expansion, and the joy of you to ripple forth for all eternity. And anything that doesn't allow that, times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine, shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. And one of my favorite clearings, which I ran for a long time with a friend, very long time, but I think it may be time to run it again. We did like 100 some odd days of out of control clearings. So this is called the out of control clearing. And it always looks a little bit different, but what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracle, mystery, magic, power, potency, and possibility can you and your body be? To trust yourself so much, yeah, and relax so much that you'd be willing to be out of control, out of definition, out of limitation, out of form, structure, and significance, out of linearities, and out of concentricities. Total ease, joy, and glory for all eternity. And anything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pobads, and beyonds. All of those things that we've been putting on as controls, those are all the things that are constricting our lives. How can you be relaxed while wearing a girdle? I mean, hello, can you even breathe in one? You know, and if somebody tightens like the corset stays or whatever, you know, contraction makes it really challenging to relax. So what space of expansion and joy and ease can you allow and embrace that will allow you to be the energy of relaxation in your life? And how does it get any better than that? I'm going to encourage you, if you haven't yet, go to, I don't know if you use Apple or Android, it's in both areas. Go to the App Store and look up a couple of different things. One of them is the Who Does This Belong To app, because that question allows you to relax more into who you truly be. I won't spoil it because I'm sure that's going to be a tool that's going to come up with someone, with one of the other facilitators. So I'll let that be. But you can look up on Dr. Dane's channel if you would like the Who Does This Belong To tool. But the app allows you to set up a little reminder for yourself. Now you can do the Dane recommended reminder, which is, I don't know, every 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. Or you can set up several reminders for yourself through the day, like at specific hours or whatnot. But it'll ask you a question. Who does this belong to? And you know what? When 98,000% of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, stresses, contractions, and everything else isn't even ours. And we keep trying to force all of that on us, which creates not living in a very relaxed state. So when we're willing to let that stuff go, when we're willing to allow ourselves to have more ease and more relaxation, when we recognize, oh, that's a thought, oh, that's a point of view, oh, that's something that's external to me, it's not the space that I be, it's a point of view, not the spaciousness of relaxation, of the being I truly be. So having that as a little reminder, one, to recognize it's somebody else's and to let it go, and it's just a point and it's not the spaciousness that you be. And two, to add a little reminder for yourself in there and go, oh yeah, I'm energy, I'm space, I'm consciousness, I am relaxation. And every time that that reminder comes up, you let whatever that contracted point of view go, and you allow yourself to expand and to relax into the space of you. That's one thing. Second thing, the magical gaggle of the Being You group created an app called the Being You app, and it is beyond phenomenal. It's gorgeous, and it's filled with videos and tools and questions and so much magic. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you download it, play with it. You're waiting in line at the supermarket, you can pull it out and watch a little video. I wouldn't say play with it while you're driving, but you know, in so many other situations, it's so much fun to have something that contributes to you in day-to-day living. And another thing, if you want even more relaxation, there's a gorgeous place on this planet in Costa Rica, and it's called El Lugar, which is inspired by a book that Gary Douglas wrote called The Place, which is a beautiful book. You can, if you get the Audible version, Gary reads it, and it's gorgeous. But there is a raffle going on right now for contributing to El Lugar, to finishing it up, so it'll be ready and open to the public, hopefully by the end of the summer. And there's a raffle for a casita, for a bungalow in El Lugar. And if that's interesting for you, I will post it beneath this video as well, so that you have the link for where to go for the raffle tickets. That is a space that just gives so much relaxation as well. Even if you just tap into the energy of El Lugar, it's something that can contribute to relaxation and ease for you. And another thing, listening to the Being You book, especially read out loud by Dr. Dane, is delightful and delicious and calming and soothing in so many different ways. So if it's fun for you, you might want to explore that too. And then I wonder what you can add to your life that you've never even thought of before yet, that would add more of that relaxation, that trust, that ease, that knowing that you got this, that knowing that you know, and that knowing that you are a gift and a magical and miraculous gift at walking upon this planet. Each one of us is. So what if we'd inspire ourselves and delight ourselves in being even more of that? So thank you so much for being here with me, and for being in this space and recognizing that it is a huge gift to be you, and a huge gift to be me as well. And what else is possible now? Thank you, and take care. Bye-bye.